Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another banging video, honey, because Sloan Bella is right once again. Now, in case you're not aware, Sloan Bella is the psychic medium. She predicted Sean Diddy Combs' downfall. She told us that we would also have a major event come Easter as it relates to Sean Diddy Combs, and we saw his LA and Miami mansion being raided. Sloan predicted Donald Trump attempted assassination. She told us that it's going to happen more than once, and it did. She also told us that Donald Trump would have won the election, and he did. She told us Sean Diddy Combs not going to be let out on bail. She said it quite a few times. And here we are today. Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail once again. And exactly as I've been saying to you guys, that's the same thing Sloan is saying, because I'm saying, if you look at the details of the case, and I'm looking at experts who are weighing in, they're saying that the first bail package was more than sufficient to guarantee him bail, but he was denied bail. And they keep, lying to the public that, oh, we caught Diddy doing this, we caught him doing that, and as such. But many of the things that the prosecutor threw out there was in fact a lie. But if you are not paying attention, you would not catch up on the fact that Sean Diddy Combs' legal team, they're lying. The prosecutors too, they're lying. Now, make no mistakes, because when we point out the obvious and the facts, many people believe that you're lobbying for Diddy and you're saying free Diddy, and that's definitely not the case. But even though the guy is guilty, everyone should get a fair trial. But as we can see, he's not going to get not even that, as Sloan told us. He's not going to be let out on bail. He will never go to trial, because once he does, he's going to start talking, and they cannot afford that. And we're talking about the same ring of people that took out Brittany Murphy when Brittany Murphy discovered that there were elites and politicians involved in a drug smuggling ring in the United States, and it is connected to other countries. Sean Diddy Combs is just like their little puppets. The masters at the top, they cannot afford for their cover to be blown, and that is why they're keeping their foots on him together as a collective, because everyone's, life, their business, and everything is at stake, right? Now, we're going to get into this report on Sean Diddy Combs being denied bail another time, exactly as Sloan told us it would. No, they're saying Diddy is staying behind bars after a judge just ruled his bail is denied because no condition can assure the safety of the community. In his decision filed Wednesday, the judge in the case wrote there is a serious risk of witness tampering and direct evidence of Combs' violence, pointing to the infamous 2016 video of Diddy beating Cassie and subsequent text message with her. No, they're also saying that this is really, really, really interesting to see. And as I've been saying to you guys, they have nothing else on Diddy. And I think people don't realize that they literally have nothing else on Diddy, because if they did, they would have used that to back up their statement. And this is what I've been saying to you guys. But when I say it, many people think that, oh, you're just ridiculous. They wouldn't proceed unless they have evidence on him. Hello? They didn't proceed because they had evidence on him. They proceed because he had evidence on them. That's the point. And many people, so many people, and I think far too many people are missing that at this point. No, the report further states that in the text included in the judge decision, Cassie wrote to Diddy about her injuries, adding he was sick for thinking it's okay to do what you've done. The judge is also citing evidence that Diddy violated rules about communication behind bars, including paying other inmates to use their phone access code number to make calls to people not on his approved contact list. Remember when I said he was behind bars, busy making calls like a call center agent? That is what they're using now against him. No, the report further states, as we reported, Diddy was in federal court last week fighting to get out of prison on a $50 million bond after he was charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and other serious offenses. The judge adds there is compelling evidence of Combs' propensity for violence, another reason to keep him locked up. A grand jury handed down an indictment as the music mogul was arrested in September at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, and he's been incarcerated ever since. On Friday, Diddy appeared unshackled in New York courtroom alongside his attorney to make his appeal to be released on bail for the fourth time. His previous requests for bond were rejected by judges, even though Diddy did not only put up his $50 million Miami Beach mansion as a collateral, but also offered to be on house arrest with around-the-clock security and no contact with alleged victims or witnesses. Two judges separately concluded Diddy posed as a threat to the community if released, and he was also denied bail after one of the judges raised concern about Diddy obstructing the ongoing federal investigation and interfering with witness. Worth noting, the judge does say if Diddy trial preparations are hindered by his incarceration, then he can renew his bail appeal. Diddy's trial is scheduled for May 5th. Now guys, that's the end of that report right there. If you guys remember, in his previous bail appeal, he was basically telling the judge that, listen, I have the right to reach out to these alleged victims because I have to do my research as well. And just like in Donald Trump's case, he had certain privileges and rights, and I am entitled to the same privileges. And the judge was like, that's so wild. That's crazy. So his attorney, his legal team, they withdrew that statement and said, you know what? He's not going to be contacting anyone anymore, and he's going to stick to the guidelines going forward. But you know what? The truth is, even though what they're using against him is solid, it's not the real reason why he's not out on bail. There's just one reason he's not out on bail, and that is to protect all his former buddies in the industry and the politicians that he was working for. So all this move is to protect the elitists and the politicians involved. So again, we have to say Sloan is right. And like Marnique said, Marnique reached out to me immediately as the report came out, and she said, Star, Sloan is right again. It is so scary. And you know what? I definitely understand what she's saying. And this is something that I know bothers a lot of people. People know that, you know, there are people out here who can actually literally see the future. But when someone does it in such a fine and fabulous style with this high level of accuracy, the people get offended. They get so butthurt, and they tend to attack Sloan Bella. Now, one major reason that indicated to me that Sloan Bella was right, no more than even ever, was the fact that she was being attacked last night when she was on live. Oh yes, they came out in their numbers to attack her. I think they're using bots because I've seen somewhat of the similar comments on my channel. So I do believe that they're using bots, and I do believe that it's not just Diddy. You know, if it rains, blame Diddy. But I'm going to tell you guys, if it rains, blame the elitists and the politicians. It's not just Diddy who's out here doing horrible things. Those people, they're also in Sloan's comment section, or their bots are, you know, because the thing is to discredit her. If they are able to discredit Sloan, who's going to want to listen to her? So when you see those comments telling lies, but she said, and there's no evidence of such. There's absolutely no evidence of what they're saying. But she said, you know, it is just enviousness and jealousy. But you know, as they say, God does not like ugly. And that is very factual. So all the people, the evil people that are promoting this sort of behavior and want to discredit this woman, knowing that she has made international headlines for being correct. She has made it quite a few times for her predictions coming to pass. And Sloan is not new to this, in case you're not aware. She is very much true to this. This is something she has been doing ever since she was born. And just imagine you realizing that you have a gift, you focus on the gift, and you put that gift into practice. You automatically become a master at your craft. It's just like Ye. He's a musical genius for a reason. He has a gift. He practiced. He expounded. He took the time to perfect his gift, and as such, he can literally do it with his eyes closed. So this is why when you focus on your true God-given talent, people will come at you. Yes. And that is going to happen. But guess what's going to happen when they come at you? They will never be successful. Do you see how they keep coming at Ye? And every time they come at Ye, it's as though they're only making him more popular, wiser, stronger, and they're making him more of a hero. That's what happens, because who God bless, no man curse. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. So it is your time to chime in. I love a good win. I love a good victory. When you talk about these things, people say, oh, you're just celebrating and you're wishing the worst for Diddy. We cannot wish the worst for Diddy. Diddy has already done that to himself. What he has done to himself, none of us can take that off him. So, I mean, don't come blaming us for that. You have to blame him. He has to hold himself accountable for that. Once you start having kids, it's time for you to wise up and realize that the decisions that you've made in the past are ones for you to consider in the future going forward. Because do you want to be around for your kids, or do you want to do shady things so as to, jeopardize your kids having a future with their father? So don't try to put that on us. We didn't do anything. Okay. Now, as I was saying, that's all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, stay away from evil practices, because it may look as though you're winning today, but I mean, you're going to have to pay. You will have to pay. Stay safe and see you guys later. Bye, guys.